Hello everyone, I'm Zara, and today we're going to be doing a brief review and synopsis of the fourth Kinetic, The Clairvoyants by Brady Moore. Before we dive into my opinions on the novel, let's take a look at our book.
17-year-old Brian Greene has never stayed in the same place for very long. Because of his mom's freelance job as a researcher, he is used to constantly moving from high school to high school. However, he doesn't mind the isolation and likes to spend his free time practicing his secret telekinetic powers. No one knows about Ryan's powers, not even his own mother, who is also his best friend. But she's been keeping secrets of her own from Ryan and has yet to answer any of his questions about her past or Ryan's father. After an ordeal, Ryan finds others like him with supernatural powers called Clairvoyants. Kinetics, clairvoyants like him, can move objects with their minds. Prophets are able to envision the future. Readers can see into the minds of others and unearth their deepest memories. And orals are able to control others' bodies by transferring consciousness. While Ryan is surprised to find he's not alone in having unnatural abilities, the clairvoyants are just as surprised to find him, since he exists outside the original 3 strains that created them. With rivalries brewing between the clairvoyants and militaristic forces, and squabbles within the family of supernatural humans themselves, Ryan is faced with constant uncertainty in regards to whom he should trust to keep his family safe.
Okay, now that we're done with our synopsis, let's move on to the positive aspects of the book. Number 1, diversity. As a person of color, I really appreciate seeing myself represented in novels, and this book did a great job of deviating from the standard white male protagonist that's really common in books. There was a diverse cast of characters, with our main character being an African-American male, and there being a multitude of races represented in the cast of characters from Asians to African-Americans to Hispanics, which is very nice. That was definitely my favorite part about the book. And we're moving on to number 2, LYRA. Okay. Not only are we diverse in our races of cast of characters, we are also diverse in our species, because LYRA is a cat, and she is easily my favorite character, just because she actually provides to the plot, and she's important, and she's kind of perfect, so that was definitely a major contributor to my reasons for loving this book. And finally, number 3, this book is part of a series. That's really important because the ending leaves quite some open ends open for future sequels, and I think that that's something I like, because a nice story, you want to have more books so you can spend more time on the series. So that's definitely a plus. So I'm really excited to look at what our author comes up with next. Now for my not so favorite parts. Number 1, pacing. So at the beginning of the book, the plot was kind of slow to move to action, and I was spending a lot of time trying to stay interested, just because it felt a little slow for me personally. But then after we find out about Ryan's powers, it starts to ramp up really quickly. And I felt like a problem was barely presented before a solution suddenly is introduced, and I'd personally like more time for consternation about the problems and time for reaction to major plot points. And I think that this book could have done a better job of slowing things down in the book, so that we could have time to really absorb the emotions and actions of the novel plot. Overall, I rate this book with 3 out of 4 stars. While the plot did progress a little awkwardly for my taste, I did enjoy its content a lot, and the book had good editing, and my personal favorite character, Lyra the cat, did liven up and dramatically increase the appeal of the book for me. So I would recommend this book to any sci-fi, fantasy, and adventure lovers out there, and any YA fiction fans looking for a new read. This book is best suited for young adults and teens due to some minor profanity. Thanks for listening, guys. Comment your favorite sci-fi or fantasy book down below,